Good evening and welcome to Race Spec Esports European Series on PS4. This is the tier 1 league. We have two tiers in the European Series on PS4, and this is round one of the season, first race. So wherever you are, thanks for joining us. I've just had some technical difficulties with sound, so sorry for the delayed introduction. Looks like we've unfortunately lost one of our drivers through disqualification, so that's kind of rough and unfortunate, but we'll press on. So we got 12 drivers in the field today. So with the disqualification, that brings it down to 11, unfortunately. But yeah, we're just riding on board with TB 23791. We'll just call him TB for short. He's out there on the medium compound yellow marked tyre. Weather's looking a bit ominous, actually. It's dry conditions at the moment, obviously, because drivers are out there on the slick tyres, but looking very overcast in Melbourne at the moment. Let me just get some telemetry up here. There we go. As TB does a 123.5 on medium tyres. Who else do we have on? Evil Hunter goes third on softs with a 124.7. Guys still in the pits. We'll follow on board with Ruslan. He's on the hard tyres. Okay. Alright, so we've had a few people complete laps. So Pure Driving's out there on the soft tyres in the Ferrari. He's just done a 121.4. Shunts has gone to the top with a 121.3. So not bad times for early in the session. See who else is Dixie's in the pits. He's just coming out now, maybe. No, not quite. Tommy. It's like his teammate Jord's on a lap. We might follow him. Okay, bit of lack of action out on track at the moment. Who have we got out? The Chuka Baby's on his outlap. Hicksy's on his outlap. Looks like TNR Jonas is on a lap, so we'll follow him around. Going into sector 2 now, up to turn 9. Pretty neat and tidy through there in the Alfa Romeo. Come up to this curve straight up to turns 11 and 12. Quite good through there. Could have maybe carried a bit more speed on the exit and ran wider. Don't think it'll cost him too much. Into the last section of the track now. Around the final corner and straight. And he does 1:21.7. Let's just follow on Hicksy's lap. Nice through 11 and 12. Last section of track now. Always think this the Honda powered cars, the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso, sounds so different from the other ones. So Hicksy did a 1:21.9. It's good enough for 4th place at the moment. Haven't got anyone else on the lap. Did Shuka go again? No, he's backed off. He's in 5th with 1:22.2. See who else we got. Oh, we got Shunt on another flying lap. He's currently has the fastest time. It's pretty close to the top, which is good to see. Oh, and he goes faster again with a 1:21.8. Pretty rapid time there from Shunts. So he's got 3/10 on the next driver, pure driving. So it's probably time for one more run. Speaking of pure driving, he is on a run at the moment, coming into the last section of the track. Let's see if he can get anywhere close to pure Shunts. Great spatial awareness from that driver to keep out of the way. Goes through the final corner now, up to the finish line. Is he going to improve? Oh, does he? What? He goes top. Whoa, wow, that's close. Only 4/100ths of a second in it at the top. This is getting very tasty, this qualifying session. Good battle. Shunt's going for it again on those tyres. Surely not. Might be going into the pits. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's pushing. Sorry, no, he's going into the pits. Okay, who else we got? Oh, Hicksy again on another run. Getting a bit squirrely out of turn 12 there. Down to 14 to 15. into the tight 16. Slowest corner on the track. Last corner on the 17. Open DRS. Can he improve on his time? He does. He goes third fastest. He improves by 5/10. Not bad at all from the Toro Rosso man. Who else do we have out here? Oh, George's just boxing. TB, I think he's on a lap, is he? Yes. See if he can improve. Get anywhere near the top. So line. Okay, he goes fourth fastest, 1:21.5. The field's really tightening up at the top, so we got first place to fourth place, only covered by 4/10 of a second, so that's very tight indeed. And then TNR Tonus, just another couple of tenths back from those guys. So well, Craig Tommy Pugh is on a lap. We'll follow the rest of his lap. Oh, don't forget to open DRS, mate. Oh, he's got no battery left. Yeah. Is this going to be an in-lap, maybe? I think maybe it is. Yeah. That's why I had no battery. Okay. So, F1 Ferrari 515, yet to set a time. I wonder if we'll see that change. Two Toro Rosso guys. Oh, I wonder if something's happened to Hixie. He's going very slow. Not quite sure why. The two Toro Rosso guys should be boxing to go on their final run. Oh, there's the yellow flag. The Chuka Babies had a spin at turn 1 and 2. It's on the medium tyres. So the optimal strategy for Melbourne is definitely to qualify on the softs, because you can do a one-stop easily, even onto the medium tyres. The softer medium tyres is actually the quickest of the strategy, but as we saw in the Pacific Series earlier on, most drivers opting to pit a little bit earlier on the softs and then go on to the hard tyres for the rest of the race. I myself extended the first stint on the softs a little bit long and lost the position and some time, and went on to the mediums and found it pretty hard to get that time back. So it wasn't a lot of speed difference between the mediums and the hards, so I think probably softer hards is the way to go around Melbourne. So some guys will be on their final push laps here. Let's go on board with George Zord. Oh, he runs a bit wide through 10 and 11, or 11 and 12 rather. Evil Hunter also on a lap. Will we finally see a lap from F1 Ferrari? No, we won't. So he's not electing to do a lap in qualifying. That's okay. Oh, there's someone in the wall. Who was it? Oh, TNR Tonus. He was on the out lap. Wow. Okay. Hopefully he hasn't damaged his front wing too badly and he can carry on and complete qualifying, but maybe not. These guys mostly on out laps. Alright, we'll follow on board with Shunts as he crosses the line to do his last run in qualifying through turn 1 and 2, nice and clean, quick line through there on the curbs, down to turn 3 and third gear corner. This one rolled up into fourth and just roll through turn 4, sorry, this is 5. Oh, someone getting in the way. Oh no, that's not great awareness from oh no, it was TNR Tonus's AI car because he just retired. So the AI causing havoc there for Shunt, unfortunately. Hopefully it didn't cost him too much time. As he comes up to the end of Sector 2, oh, he's just brushed the wall there. Put it in this camera for the last part of the lap. Oh no, he's bottled it! He's binned it! He's put it in the wall! Oh no, and that's cost... Craig Tommy Pugh's had to take evasive action, he's put it in the wall as well! Oh no, that's terrible end of qualifying for these boys. Oh, bugger. That's really a shame for those lads. Anyway, we'll follow on board with Pure Driving to see if he can improve on his time. He's still on pole at this stage. Round the final corner. And he doesn't go faster. So that is qualifying done. Pure Driving, unless someone else can put on pole. We've still got Hicksy. Oh, TB can't improve on his time, so he qualifies 4th. What about Hicksy? He's got 3/10 to make up. Oh no, he's retired. He must have made a mistake or tracking standards. So I believe that is qualifying done. So congratulations to Pure Driving on the pole position. Alright, well, that's qualifying done, as we can see here. Pure Driving takes pole position in the Ferrari with a 1:21.149. Only 300ths of a second in it though, back to Shunts in the Mercedes. So Ferrari, Mercedes front row, and a Red Bull in P3, just 2/10 back from that's Evil Hunter 98. Hicksy in the Toro Rosso, very close behind again, only a 10th back, and then TB in other Toro Rosso, a further half of 10th back, 500. So very tight at the top in quali. TNR Tonus in 6th place. So we carry on to the race. Wonder what the weather's going to be, whether it'll be clear or not. Okay, looks like it's a sunny day. As the drivers now selecting their preferred race strategy for the race. Does look like it's clear conditions, which I'm sure the drivers will be happy about. Okay, so we've got 12 drivers. So just wait for these guys to finish. There's just one coming. Here we go. As the guys make their way on the formation lap now, it does look like it's much clearer conditions than qualifying. Qualifying just overcast. This looks like it's clear. Bit something, or anyway, a bit more hazy. So I'm just posting on Facebook. Okay, so the grid today we have Pure driving the Ferrari with pole position, Shunts 93 in the Mercedes. The other driver on the front row in P2. P3 in the Red Bull we have Evil Hunter 98. On the second row with him, Hixie 123 in the first of the Toro Rossos. TB in 5th place in the second Toro Rosso. TNR Tonus in the Alfa Romeo. Ruslan's 000 rather in the only Renault on the grid. Pachuca Baby in the 8th place in the only Williams on the grid. George Zord P9, and he'll have his McLaren teammate Craig Tommy Pugh alongside him. Chain Game Wow in the only Haas on the grid in P12. Okay, I don't know why there's no P11. That is a bit weird. And then Tina Heglenuf in 13th. So, alright, let's see if we can get a good view for the start. There we go. Alright, so we have 3 lights, 4, 5, and it's go for the European Tier 1 series. Down to turn 1 looks like. Pure Driving's got a good start, and Evil Hunter's challenging Shunts for P2. All seem to get through there pretty clean. Down to turn 1. They're 3 wide. Oh no! Oh, there's a bit of contact there between the Toro Rossos, and I think it was Hixie that. Oh no! Someone's around. Craig's around. Oh, and Pachuca Baby as well in turn 4. So those guys got some catching up to do already. Back to the front, and it looks like Pure Driving. Oh no! Is there another yellow flag? No, that's clear now. Okay. Back to the front, Pure Driving. Gets away clean, Shunts on the heels. And TB is up into 3rd place. He's jumped up 3 positions already. Yeah, big winner in that. TB and TNR. Evil Hunters dropped 2 places. Chain Game Wow's up 5 positions. That's a great start from the Haas driver. Who else is up? There's already a little mini gap, and Shunts is right on the back of Pure Driving the upper lead. Well, we're going to see him move. Oh, he hasn't looked into turn 1 on lap 2, not quite. So there's a little mini battle at the front already, and then another mini battle for P3 between TB, TNR, Tonus and Evil Hunter. Chain Game Wow also pretty close behind. Oh, Craig Tommy Pugh speeding in the pits. The 5-second penalty's got to hurt. Having to pit on end of lap 1 as well. Jaws also looks like at least 9 drivers are kind of within a second of the car in front, so that's not too bad. Pachuca Baby and Craig Tommy Pugh had those early spins. Hixie looks like something's happened to him. He's dropped a ways back. Oh, he's pitted as well, so he must have got some wing damage. He's dropped 7 places. Right, back to the front. And Pure Driving has put the hammer down in his second lap. He's pulled out a 1.4 second. Oh no, we've got a yellow flag somewhere. What's happened? I can't see it. It must be cleared. But yeah, sorry, Pure Driving. Now it's 1.5 seconds nearly on the second lap to Shunt. So. Oh, there's been a pass. Oh, Hixie's had to pit. Okay, so he's come in. He's going to go straight onto the hard compound tyres. Oh, and there's been another pass. Looks like Chain Game Wow's made it past Evil Hunter for 4th place. So three drivers already making a pit stop here. been a horror start for the Toro Rosso drivers. Both of them had to make an early pit stop. Unfortunately, both having to go onto a hard compound tyre early. I'm not sure that they might be able to stretch it to the end of the race. We'll see how they go. They might have to chuck another pair of soft tyres on at the end. Oh no, and Evil Hunter's out. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, he's left the session. He's not happy. He's actually binned it at the exit of turn 12. He must have got all over that curve at turn 12. And oh no, George's got no downforce because he's got no wing, so he's struggling. So we've lost our first car. We'll just see right on board with TB here coming up to the scene of that accident. And it looks like it's been cleared. There's no car in the wall anymore, so on we go. Alright, so we've lost one driver. It's unfortunate for Evil Hunter, but I'm sure he'll bounce back in round 2. So the gap at the front still about 1.5 seconds, so 1.6 now, so last couple of laps has kind of stabilised a little bit. Pure driving out in front. Oh, there's another yellow flag. Oh, it looks like TB and George are both in the pits again. They've already pitted. TB not having a good time with it so far. It's his second stop. It's a shame he's had to go onto the medium tyres. And he's coming up to get lapped, unfortunately. Comes out just behind Pure Driving to go a lap down. So, the greatest race for the Toro Rosso man after what was a decent qualifying for him. So I was just catching up on the Discord chat to make sure all our drivers are in the lobby they need to be in. As I said earlier, this is tier 1. We do have 2 tiers. The tiers are running simultaneously. So we will eventually find a commentator for the second tier as well, and hope to have both streams live. We had the Pacific Series start early on in the evening with 2 tiers as well, so that went pretty well. Oh, it looks like oh no, sorry, I thought we had a battle for P3, but that's TB being put a lap. He was still lapped down, and he may be trying to unlap himself from shunts here. So on to lap 6 now. The guys in the soft tyres may be starting to struggle a bit. It's usually around lap 10, 11, 12 is when you want to pit, depending on which tyre you want to go on. So Shunts now in P2 is 2.5 seconds back. So Pure Driving's putting that gap, making that back gap a little bit. Oh, and Shunts has blinked first. He's gone to try and undercut him and close that 2.5 seconds. Oh no, and he picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. Oh, it's really going to hurt him if he wants to challenge for the win or even a podium now. With a 5-second penalty, that's huge. He'll be kicking himself with that. He's in such a good position in P2, so he comes out in P5. Russell's also in the pit, and he's put on the medium tyres. It was a bit early for the medium, so he might be going for a two-stop strategy. So we'll have to keep an eye on what he does. Tina Hegnolf in P4 on 6 lap old soft, so lap 6 is probably a bit early to be pitting to do a one stop, but we'll see who blinks next. Now have TNR Tonus in P2, and he is actually catching Pure Driving at a rate of knots here. Gap's just 3.9 seconds. He's actually making inroads on the lead driver here, so maybe we will have a battle for the lead. TB has unlapped himself, and maybe TNR Tonus is just sitting behind TB, getting the DRS, but just from how the backmarker system works, I think TB, even though he might be quicker than TNR Tonus at the moment, he won't want to pull over, but the game will be telling him he needs to pull over, and he might eventually get a penalty from ignoring blue flags, so let's hope that doesn't happen. As you can see, every time he passes a marshal station or a flag, look at the blue flag flashing there on the screen and there again. So if you ignore too many of those as he picks up a 3-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags, and he's all over the place. Is he going to save it? Oh no, he's putting the wall, and that's kind of hurt him. I wonder if he actually did. Oh, he's retired. Okay, he's had enough, so that just leaves 10 drivers on the grid, so say goodbye to TB for this race. I'm sure we'll see him again for round 2. But TNR Tonus, he's in the pits. He is in the pits, and I wonder what tyres will be going on. It'll have to be the hards if he's going to the end from this position. Yes, it is the hard compound tyre, so he can go to the end from there. Chain Game Wouth also dived into the pits, so he's having quite a good race as well as Shunts retakes. Oh, and TNR Tonus has actually undercut Shunts. Shunts, keeping in mind, has that 5-second time penalty from speeding in the pit lane. We'll see if Pure Driving stays out longer, or whether he comes in as well. Not very much. The closest gap at the moment is Chain Game Wow is actually within a second now of Shunts, so, and he's got on 2 lap newer or fresher hard compound tyre as well, so that's going to be a big advantage. So expect this battle to heat up pretty quickly. Yeah, as he's closed right in now, he's just 4/10 back, so he's basically right on him. He'll have DRS. Oh, and Pure Driving has gone into the pits. He's come out on the medium tyre. We'll just stick with this battle for the moment. Chain Game Wow on the straight. He's whacked it up into overtake. He's going for the inside line. Oh, afraid there wasn't much room there. Can he make it stick down the inside? Oh, he runs a little bit deep. Oh no, there's a bit of contact, and he spun him. Oh dear. Let's see if he can get it back on track. I wonder if there was any damage done to either car then in that contact, but yeah, Chain Game Wow, he had the move made. Had the move made, but he just maybe left it a little bit late on the brakes and ran a little bit deep on the exit of turn 1, and that cost him, and he's trying to re-enter the track, but Shunts was there. Anyway, we press on. We'll see what the stewards might have to say about that incident. If it goes to the stewards, we'll see. But TNR Tonus now, just 2.3 seconds back from the lead driver. So Pure Driver's gone for the medium tyres on, I think he pitted on end of lap 9, so it's kind of early for the medium tyres. You want to maybe be stretching it to at least lap 11 or 12. But maybe Pure Driving feels he can stretch that final stint a bit longer. I love these heli shots, they're so nice. I wish there was actually a setting where you could set it to helicopter mode or something. That would be really cool. Okay. Well, TNR Tonus actually dropped back a little bit now, 3 seconds. So Pure Driving on those, well, he's got a tyre advantage. He's obviously on the quicker compound, the medium being quicker, but the hard being more durable. So you would probably expect that tyre to be better than the hard tyre earlier in the stint, and then the hard to come back. Oh, as our lead driver TNR Hegler pits on lap 11, he should definitely be going. He was very cautious into the pit lane there, not to pick up a penalty, which is advisable. So pitting end of lap 11, definitely going onto the medium tyres. That's probably the ideal lap to pit onto the mediums. So he'll be going to the end on them on really fresh, pretty quick rubber. So Chain Game Wow does make it through. Oh, we're going to see Ruslan make it through. Oh, a little bit of contact there maybe. Ruslan had to slam on the brakes. I think TNR Hegnolf had the line though, so Ruslan maybe just had to back out of that one a little bit more. We do have an on-track battle, which is nice, so we might stick with these guys. Ruslan on 5 lap old medium tyres. I think he'll be doing another stop. He'd be hard pressed to take those tyres 22 laps, the mediums. So yeah, I think he might be going on to a pair of softs towards the end of the race, and maybe even try and pick up the extra point for fastest lap as well. But he's right on the gearbox of Hegnolf now. As we head into the fast chicane of turn 11 and 12, he's very cautious really. He had DRS. He actually puts it in overtake now, but I don't think he's close enough. No, he's backed it off again just to save some ERS. He actually does have a lot of battery. We'll just check on. He's got much more battery than Hegnolf, so we'll see if there's a move brewing here. Oh, he gets a bit squirrely out of turn 16 there, and he's lost a bit of time as a result. Oh, and Shunts is in the pits. Okay. He's made his second stop, so I don't know what happened to him. Maybe there was an incident we missed and picked up some damage, but I think he only pitted for tyres. So maybe as he's just coming out, Vachuka Baby takes P7 off him. really interesting there. He's the only guy currently running, still running, who's pitted twice. He should definitely be going to the end. So let's see if he can make inroads. Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. Oh, it's Hegnolf's off. He waits to rejoin the track safely. I wonder what happened to him. He missed a bit of action there. So I wonder if that was Ruslan trying to put a move on. I think that was at turn 9. Looked like a gravel trap at turn 9. So we missed that one, unfortunately. Which means with that incident that all the drivers are fairly spread out except for this battle here. Oh, we're going to see a move. Yes, shunts down the inside of Pachuca Baby. Can he get it done? Yes, lovely move. Pachuca Baby on 8 lap old soft, so he pitted right at the start. He must have had some damage. He definitely have to stop again, I would say. Just having a look at the position change. The big winner in this race so far has been Chain Game. Wow, he's up 9 positions from P11 to P3 on the podium. Well done. Solid drive from him. Hegnolf as well, up 7 positions from P13 into 6th place. Big losers are our 2 DNF races. TB out of the race from 5th position, and Evil Hunter out of the race from 4th position. So hope those guys can bounce back for round 2. This is still our closest battle on track, between Shunts and Pachuca Baby. Oh, Shunts has caught Hegnolf. I think Hegnolf's had another off by the look of it. So he might... Oh, it's his AI. Okay, so there's AI there. Okay, so the AI's taken over Hegnolf's car. We'll see if we can get back in. As Shunts laps him, makes the move on his AI car. Pachuca Baby got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not going to help his race. We'll just see. I wonder if Hegnolf is back in his car now, or whether this is still AI. Jords, 5-second penalty speeding in the pit lane, so that's not going to help him either. Yeah, I think Hegnolf was able to rejoin, so well, that's good news. We did lose him from 2nd, but he's back in the race now. Shunts carries on. He was on the podium spot, but now he's had a pit twice, so he's dropped back quite a ways. Oh, we're going to see a battle for the lead though. Pure Driving still holds it, and he's pulled out a nearly 4.5-second gap to Tonus here. But those medium tyres will fall away at the end of the race, and the hards will be faster towards the end. So, and Tonus has a ton of battery left. He must be really conserving to push late in the race, whereas Pure Driving has 11%. So he's really been pushing to open up that gap. So I think at any given moment, Tonus could probably flick a switch and really go on the attack to close the gap, and hopefully we have a battle for the lead. Chain Game Whale another 11 seconds back. He's driving a pretty lonely race at the moment. He's got a 11-second gap in front, a 13-second gap behind, so he's got that third place, that last podium spot locked down. For now anyway, barring any dramas, so... Bit of lack of action out on the track at the moment. Our closest gap is... Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, shunts. Hegnoff, what happened to him? Okay, I'm not sure where the yellow flag was. Hicksy's in for another stop though. And goes onto the yellow tyre. So how many stops is that for him? 2 stops, yeah. So he had to pit on lap 2, I think it was, for a new wing. So he'll be on those mediums till the end of the race. 7th place, not too bad. Oh, he nearly loses it. Whew. Did well to hang on to it there. The tyres might be a bit cold, so he's just pushing a bit hard early. But it's not out of the realms of possibility that he closes that gap. Oh, and Russland's caught right up to the back of Chain Game. Wow, I was just talking about. Oh, and Chain Game's in the pits. Something must have happened, so that might explain that yellow flag. Because I was just saying that Chain Game Wow had a 13-second buffer to 4th place, but he's obviously. Oh yeah, and there's as you can see, there's a front wing change happening. He's going onto the medium compound tyre, so this is really hurting him. He had that podium position locked down. Now he'll come out of the pits. Where will he come out? I think he's going to come out in P7 behind Hicksy, who's just pitted as well. So yeah, he does. So maybe those guys can battle for the rest of the race, but I just got a feel for Chain Game Well. I missed what happened to him, but he's obviously had an instant somewhere all on his own, because he was all on his own, and it's cost him a podium here. Unfortunate for the Haas driver, but that's promoted Hicksy, Hegnoff, Shunts and Rusland all up one spot, and now Rusland is in P3 in a podium position, and now he has a buffer back to P4 of 11 seconds. So can he hang on to the spot and do what Chain Game Wow couldn't? Oh, we've got a battle up here. Bachuka Baby is right on the back of Craig, Tom and Pugh for... This is a battle for 8th place, so... oh, and Craig... Oh! He's run a bit wide on the exit of turn 16. It is a tricky little corner, that one. If you run too deep, you're in big trouble, so... Bachuka Baby unfortunately had to back off. He can't get a good run on him, so maybe down this second DRS straight going into turn 3. Although he's not really hit the apex and the exit well that particular time, so Craig Tommy hangs on to P8 for now, but this is the closest on-track battle we have. Oh, actually, going back to this battle, Chain Game Wow has caught up to the back of Hicksy, and these guys both on fresh medium tyres and being able to push quite hard. Let's just check the battery. So, Hicksy quite low on battery with 19%. Chain Game Wow's going to have a lot more. Oh, as he picks up a 3-second penalty. And he's going to make a move. Is he down the outside of... Ooh! Hicksy gives him room. Quite generous to Hicksy there. He could have... He had the line on. There's a bit of lag. Oh, shit. Not sure if That's what Hicksy's saying. I am on the other side of the planet to most of these guys, being in Australia. And yes, it is 6 AM here, by the way. So, Chain Gang, we are fastest lap of the race. Extra point for that, of course. And when there's a yellow flag somewhere, wonder who. Oh, Pachuca Baby, or maybe he was trying to put a mood on Tommy there, and he's lost it somehow. I hope he doesn't get a penalty. Oh, 3 second time penalty for corner cutting. That's just compounded his misery, and into the pits he goes. So maybe he'll be going for fastest lap now on a pair of set of soft tyres. But yeah, I just jumped to the wrong battle there and missed that action. So I'm not having much luck with these battles at the moment. Oh, he's got to serve a 5 second penalty before his team can change his wing as well. So that's a super long stop for Pachuca Baby, unfortunately. But the good news is there's only 10 drivers in the race, so he will score points as long as he finishes. Out he comes in P10, so he's dead last now, but he's only 6 seconds off George's order on much fresher and softer tyres, so let's see if he can go for the fastest lap. Oh, and we have had a change for, oh no, Rustland! Rustland's had to come in! Oh, these guys, so P3 is cursed. That's the second driver that's had to pit from, oh no, sorry, I forgot that Rustland was on a two-stop strategy because he would have had to take those mediums all the way to the end, so maybe nothing has happened. Oh, and Hicksy and Craig and Tommy up in the pits. Tommy picks up a 5 second penalty, so something's happened between these guys. So it's all happening now. These guys may be making some mistakes and people serving penalties in the pits before they can get their wing change. Hicksy out now, or Craig out now as well. So these guys on fresh softs can go for the fastest lap and try and pick up that extra point. Craig there couldn't find the pit limiter button. He found it eventually. Alright, back to the front. I haven't spoken much about these guys lately, but Pure Driving just he's checked out. Let's be honest. And Tonus, I mean, he's not too far behind, but these two guys really in another class today. With now a 40-second gap back to third place. So yeah, solid drives from these two. It would be good if Tonus could maybe make a run. I mean, Pure Driving must be pushing so hard. He's got only 3% battery left. Tonus, on the other hand, has 40, so Pure Driving's got to be saving battery at some stage, and to keep up that pace and that interval back to Tonus is pretty impressive. So deservingly in the lead at the moment, you would have to say. And Shunt should hang on for P3 here, you would think. Don't really have any battles on track at the moment though, unfortunately, so closest one we'll have is Chain Game Wow. Might be catching Hegnol. Oh no! I've totally jinxed him. As we were riding on board there, he just got all kind of swirly on the exit of turn 12, caught too much curb, and and it's sent him flying on the inside of the track into the barrier, and he's out of the race. Commentator's curse. I'm so sorry, Chain Game. That's the second time I'll curse you. But unlucky. I'm sure you'll be back for round 2 at Bahrain. So we've now lost 3 drivers in this race, and you got to say that's horrible luck for the Haas driver. He was in P3. He looked dead set on course for a podium with a 14-second cap, and he's had 2 offs, had to pit again, and now he's out of the race. So in all that, I think I think someone said the fastest lap. I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been... Let's go and have a look. Detail. Fastest lap, yeah, is Patrick Davey. So on those soft compound tyres, he has the extra point for fastest lap at the moment. And he's now just a second back from George as well, so he has the chance of P8 here. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got a battle for P3. Podium position between Shunts and Hegnoff. Is he going to have a look down the inside? Shunts, he is. Can he make it stick? Oh, he runs a little bit deep. Hegnoff was pretty kind to him then. I think he knew the game was up. These guys on very similar tyres, so 11 and 12 lap old medium compound tyres. So this battle might go all the way to the end. Let's hope. A bit of on-track action would be good. Oh, yellow flag sector. Oh, Vachuka Baby had an off. Okay, missed that. Another yellow flag. Who's this time? Well, can't see. But sorry, I must have missed it because Shunts was in P3, but Hegnoff must have made a move on him, or something must have happened to Shunts for Hegnoff to take P3, and then Shunts has made the move back. So it's good that we now have a battle for a podium position. It's just what we want. We get a very interesting camera angle there, and Pachuca Baby's in the pits again, so he's not having a good time of it. Another yellow flag somewhere. Jortord's out. Oh, I'm not sure what's happened to him, but sector 1 and 2. Oh no, I don't know what happened to Jortord, but we've lost another one. Alright. So it must be up here somewhere. Just right on board and see if we can see what happened to Jortord. There's no yellow flags, so yep. So he must have DNF there somewhere. Well, okay, we'll go back to our battle for third place. It looks like Hegnoff's just dropped off a little bit. He's now 1.2 seconds back. Let's see if he can get back in DRS range. Both these guys, similar tyres, similar DRS. 17% for both guys. But it looks like Shunts has the pace at the moment. He's got those 1 lap pressure tyres, and I think that might make a bit of difference. Oh, Ruslan, hang on a second. Ruslan on 5 lap old softs. He might be pushing in the last 3 laps to try and get on the podium. He's only 3 seconds back. Oh, and he's closing at a rate of knots, so it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just follow on board with Russ while he catches these guys. Love these heli shots, they're really nice. Makes it really quiet as well. But yeah, Russ now gap down to 2 seconds to Hegnoff. So let's see if he can close in. I think this is actually still the closest battle, this one for third and fourth for Hegnoff. 1.8 seconds back now. Let's see if Russ can keep pushing on those softs to try and catch up. But out in front, Pure Driving still in a commanding lead, 4 seconds back to Tonus. Let's see if Tomes can make a bit of a dent in that 4-second gap in the last couple of laps. This is only round 1, of course, so 20 more races to go for these guys. Looks like Russ is struggling to make inroads. Okay. Okay, so Hegnoff is catching Shunts at the moment. Making the one last push for the podium. Oh, as we have a yellow flag. Oh, it looks like Hicksy's had an off. Pachuca Baby going very slow as well. I think he's getting lapped there. Just cruising around, picking up his P8 and fastest lap of the race. Hegnoff really making a push here for the podium this last laps. As Pure Driving now started his last lap, Tonus has made a bit of a dent in that lead. It was 5 or 6 seconds at one stage, just now down to 3.5. So, but Pure Driving has been absolutely class in this race, and as he has led from start to finish, so very good performance from Pure Driving. Tonus has had a solid race as well for P2. As Hixie picks up a penalty. Oh, yellow flag somewhere. Oh, Hixie's had a spin. Okay. Oh, and is Craig going to pass him? He is on the last lap too. Anyway, we go back to the front, and Pure Driving. He's dominated this race, and he takes the victory in round 1 in Australia. Congratulations to the Ferrari man. And Tonus will come across the line in P2, just 3.5 seconds back. And then there's quite a big gap back to Shunts for P3, but we might follow as Craig and Hixie actually were a lap down and crossed the finish line. We'll follow these 3 drivers, Shunts, Hegnoff and Russland, who've had good races to top 5 staying on the lead lap, which is always a good sign. So a few decent mini battles in this race as well. So as Shunts is going to take the final podium spot, P3, well done to him. And TNR Hegnoff. Oh, does he steal it? He does! On penalties, of course! Because Shunts had the 5-second speeding in the pit lane penalty, and Hegnoff has stolen a podium here. Oh, drama right at the last. I'd totally forgotten about that penalty. So congratulations to Hegnoff. I was singing the praises of of shunts, but Hegnoff sneaks in to snatch the podium. Well done. But pure driving, what can you say? Dominating performance. He got pole position and led every lap. The only thing that was missing from Slam Dunk today was the fastest lap, which I believe was Vachuka Baby in the end. So there you go. There's the race results. Top three not picking up a penalty, and it was telling in the end because Shunts was demoted because of his 3-second penalty. So it was a 3-second penalty that demoted him, not the 5 seconds, of course, because he would have served the 5 seconds in the pits. So pure driving takes the win. Tonus in P2, Hegnoff rounding out the podium. Shunts P4, Rusland P5, Craig Tommy Pugh in P6. Nice drive for the McLaren driver. Hixie, despite 3 stops, finished P7, and yep, that was time up on that result screen. So thanks for joining us if you've watched the race, and we'll be back next week for round 2. We do have more racing coming up on the channel with the Race Spec America's series also kicking off today or tonight, and that will be starting. Well, it's starting at 11 a.m. my time, but I'm pretty sure it's 6 p.m. West Coast of America, and 8, which I think is 7 or 8 p.m. Central. But that is going to be a very good race. We've got some very good drivers in that category as well. So sorry, that race is in about 4.5 hours to be precise. So join us for that one if you can, and join us for round 2 next week in Bahrain, and hopefully we can get more live races on the channel. Alright, thanks for joining us on this stream, and we'll see you next time.